So here is my new Befaco Oneiroi. I only received this yesterday and I've been learning about it, watching some tutorials and trying to make some patches, and oh, it's been such fun. It's a really nice module so far, great for ambient drones and textures. That's kind of what it's designed to do. I have gate and some modulation coming from SQ1 here, which seems to be very effective so far, and I actually had to unrack from my main rack Batumi here to add some extra modulation sources, which I think Oneiroi really benefits from. So let's dive in, make some patches and hear what this thing sounds like. So I have a patch here with my new module. We're going to start off really just listening to the sine wave. We have the filter fully engaged with a CV modulation going into the filter. If I take the CV modulation off, and back on again, we have the resonance fairly high. Let's turn it down a little bit. There you go. Back to there, and now let's introduce some echo. Really nice echo on this module. And I also have the resonator with a square wave, a clocked square wave, going into the CV. Let's hear what it sounds like. And what I would like to do with this is I would like to basically not hear that part, but hear this part. Not hear that part, but hear this part. And I can do this by taking essentially the same square wave and popping it into the resonator level. There we go. I think that works far better. Very subtle. And we have made a fairly nice ambient sequence. A little bit of looper, which is currently just set to white noise. Clearly being affected by the filter here. This is our first patch. So in this next patch we have a sequence which just has one step for the melody, and we have a super saw wave. We have 8 steps which are being fed into the filter, and that's going to give us some movement as we introduce it. So the super saw wave sounds like nice fat super saw, and then let's bring in the filter with the modulation going into the filter here, and you can see how each step changes the filter cutoff. A little bit of echo brings us up nicely. And if I just unpatch this for a moment, we have the resonator. And I've tuned it to the, you can sort of tune this. So there you go, so that's where it was. And I'll do the trick that I did in my last patch, which is bring a square wave in to switch this resonator on and off using the wet dry level input here. So that entire patch was generated from the simple supersaw drone. So this is a first. What I'm going to try to do is record into the looper buffer here. I have my input, and I'm just going to play a sample through it. Let's turn the input up so we can hear what's happening. And let's hear the sample.
Escape reality, we're in control.
And I think it's just as simple as pressing this record button.
Escape reality, we're in control.
That gave me a reassuring flashing light there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Escape reality, we're in control. Escape reality, we're in control.
Okay, I'm just getting used to this.
We're in control. 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 We're in control.
Very nice. And while I'm here, let's just start up SQ1 and start throwing modulations here, there and everywhere. And I've added a supersaw wave with a melodic sequence generated from SQ1. The sample is pitched right down. I think I've got it playing in reverse. It's just that little deep robotic growl that you can hear. I mean, you could be playing with this for hours and hours. You can really lose hours with this. Let's change the filter. Crikey. So I think we've gone past the point of no return here. So I think it's time to fade out and end the video.